and welcome to the Universal Proposal System. We're glad you're here, so let's get started. Authentication into the UPS is done using ORCID IDs. If you already have an ORCID ID, use your existing credentials. Do not create a new ORCID. Use only this top section to log in. Enter your ORCID ID or associated email address and password. If you don't have an ORCID ID, you can get one by clicking Register Now. The first time you log in, you will be directed to your UPS profile page. You are required to complete your profile before navigating further in the system. The participating user facilities in UPS encourage everyone to provide responses that will assist the facilities in being able to do meaningful analysis of and reporting on their user community membership. Your responses to these questions are protected by configuration-controlled, role-driven access, and your answers will only ever be used in aggregate data. Once your profile data is set, you can then move into the main structure of the Universal Proposal System platform. The sections of the platform are organized in the top menu bar. Let's start with your dashboard. Now that you have created your account in UPS, the dashboard will be the default page that will open whenever you log in. Let's take a quick look at the main sections in UPS. For any of the pages, you can check to see if there is a tour offered. Tours offer key points of information on each page. On your dashboard, you have the following: quick access to edit your profile, an announcement section for important communications, and tiles for each of the participating facilities in UPS. On these tiles, you can see the counts of your related proposals. Click on the tiles to display the proposal information. You can configure your view to meet your needs. Columns are sortable, and this view offers at-a-glance information regarding each proposal. To see the experiment time requests associated with each proposal, or ETRs, click the blue down button to open views of your ETR information. If you need to go back to look at more detail on your proposal, you can click on the proposal number. It'll take you back to the proposal interface. To get a global view of the information you provided, you can go back to the Submitted button. And if you need a PDF of your proposal, you can download it here. The UPS platform offers Knowledge Base, which is a resource of information for users. Knowledge Base is searchable. Another main section in UPS is the Contacts page, where you can find important contact information for the staff of the user program offices. And now for the fun stuff. You will create your proposals from the Proposal Calls page, where you can view all of the current open calls on offer from each of the participating facilities. Before we actually begin, let's go through a few facts about how a proposal form is structured in UPS. All proposals include the same major components regardless of the facility. Those components include the proposal form, a question about funding sources for your research, the experiment time request or ETR form, and facility-specific questions. Let's go ahead and start. You can both navigate through the proposal form and track your progress via this progress bar at the top of the screen. Yellow circles indicate in progress or incomplete sections, and green check marks indicate a completed section. Be aware that once you submit a proposal, you are not able to go back and make changes. If a change is needed, contact the facility's proposal administrator for assistance. Your work on your proposal is saved as a draft until you are ready to submit, and any person listed in the proposal as either the PI or a co-PI or a co-proposer will be able to view and edit the proposal in their own dashboard once their name is added. One thing to remember, if you wish to submit a proposal to APS or be listed on an APS proposal, you must be a registered APS user. So let's start. At the top of each proposal form, you may find proposal submission guidance with valuable information regarding the proposal call. Follow along as I enter some information. Keywords are searchable. You can do a wildcard search by typing an asterisk to see all of the responses, or you can simply type a first letter to move to that segment of the listings. A few things to note here. Required fields are marked with a red asterisk, and in some sections you can hover over the field name to get some helpful information about each of the sections. One thing to be aware of is that you must add your own name in order to be able to move forward with the proposal submission process. Supporting documents can be added using the paperclip. Once you've completed all the required fields in this first section and you save, the line of record has been added to the system and you now have a proposal number and a draft proposal. Let's move on to funding sources. To add a funding source, you will choose from the drop-down list. Notice that funding sources must equal 100%. We're only at 50% right now, so let's add another funding source. Notice that for this funding source, grant number is a required field. If you find you need to make any corrections to your funding sources, you can use the Edit button or the Delete button to simply start over. Let's move on to doing our experiment time request. Notice we can track our progress using the navigation bar at the top. Let's add a new request. The additional questions section is where facility-specific information is gathered. Forms are triggered based on responses provided earlier in the proposal process. Visual cues include green boxes for forms that have been fully and successfully completed, yellow boxes for surveys that are still in progress. The gray boxes represent surveys that have not yet begun. And here we are. We've successfully completed all of the required portions of the proposal. And now we're ready to do a final review. The final review page lets you take a global look at all of the responses that you have provided. And when you're ready to go, just hit submit. We hope that everyone will take some time to explore the Universal Proposal System to get familiar with it, and then you will be ready to go when your user facility of choice opens proposal calls. Thanks so much.